Hello, quilters. It is Wednesday. It is not Tuesday. I have no idea what day today is. And I'm very sorry. Something just opened on my computer. I have to close Discord, get it out of the way. Hello. So how are you? I'm sorry for canceling on you yesterday, but I had a really good reason for it. I was at the doctor. So the last time I came to see you, I was at my sister's kitchen, and I'm now back in my kitchen. I haven't made it back into my office yet. So I don't have a lot of quilting to show you because I was with my mom and my mother-in-law and my father-in-law and my sister's dog. And I had my birthday there. I had Mother's Day there. Then I had a long drive home and during that time, I lost the use of my left eye. Ended up getting some really weird eye infection that took all day yesterday to get sorted out. And it was lots of time and lots of miles on my car. And I'm so grateful that treatment was available, that it was a minor and affordable inconvenience. I think of things like that a lot. Like I just have a weird eye infection, like I got some bacteria in there or something. And I think of how many people in the world would just go blind because they couldn't treat it for the lack of a tiny little tube of cream that I think is in my bathroom. But I'm thrilled to say that I can open my eye today and I don't feel like it's being stabbed every time I move my eye or blink. So it seems to be on the mend. So let's see. Tracy. Hello, Tracy. I'm glad you're here. Happy birthday, my friend. I just had mine. And oh, look, I might have a birthday balloon right here. So happy birthday, Tracy. And happy birthday, one of my grandkids yesterday. And happy birthday, me last week. It's just a good time. And let's see. Happy Mother's Day from my son. I am well loved. I had a lot of people taking care of me while I was away from home. But yeah, I'm going to be away from home a lot in the near future. But it was lovely. I came home and found some lovely gifts here that might have said a few things about me. So let's see. My husband gave me a fountain pen, a pink fountain pen that you click it and the fountain pen comes out the top. And it's really fine point, and I've been having fun just scribbling with that. But you might think I like pens because another friend sent me all of these colors. And then my sister, let me open these up, gave me all of these Hello Kitty pens. And then my daughter gave me these pens that go back to my childhood because each pen is two colors. You can click one color or two colors, which goes back to the 4-color pen that I never had and always wanted. So these are retro color 2-color pens. So there's like gray and blue, purple and dark gray, mustard and what is that? Olive, kind of a mauve and mint. And this one looks like a lighter mauve and blue. I'm very excited. So fortunately, I have a bunch of thank you notes to write that I can use all my new pens. And I can start a great big debate with all of you on what is the best rotary cutting ruler to buy. My daughter bought me this, and I am an old school Omnigrid yellow ruler. What is your favorite rotary cutting ruler? I know a lot of people like the see, this is Omnigrid. What is the one that is Creative Grids? I know a lot of people are Creative Grids, and then I know people who are Quilters Select, but I'm still back on my old yellow one. And my ruler here, I have one of them that I gave to my husband because 6x12, that's my jam. There was barely any paint on it, and the corners were totally rounded off and chipped off. And my current one that I have in my sewing room has chipped off corners, and but the paint is still mostly visible. So it's so nice to get a fresh rotary cutting ruler. Let's see, Tracy has a 4-color pen where one slot is a pencil. Oh, I'm going to need to look for that. That sounds fabulous. Because if you like office supplies, this was one I got for my birthday last year. And it's from Japan. It's a Pilot G2 7.7 millimeter. And I have them in all the colors. I think it's a gel. So yeah, that's kind of fun. I had a friend send me some yarn. So I'm trying to figure out this is like a scarf or accessory size bit of yarn, but this looks very Monet color wise. And it's Italian yarn, and it's La Amoria dell'Acqua. So I think it's for love of water, I guess would be the Italian. Who knew that taking Latin in high school would do me well? But I haven't looked up what to make with this yet, but somebody sent me yarn. So no, I had a lovely time, except for the stupid eye. And like I said, it was a first world problem with the eye infection, but I'm allergic to certain antibiotics. So it was harder to get them. And then the pharmacies didn't have them. I ended up having to drive to 3 pharmacies and spent just way more time than I needed to on it. It was a little frustrating, but again, in the rest of the world, something like this would have risked blindness. So I'm fine. And 3 dabs in my eyeball got it much better. So you like Quilters Select and Creative Grids. Yeah, those are everyone's favorite. I'm not smart enough for Creative Grid because most Creative Grid rulers that I have tried have a 1/2 inch on them, and I always turn them backwards and measure wrong. So I need to have a whole inch measurement because I'm not smart enough to use a 1/2 inch. And the Quilters Select has a little film on the bottom to keep them from slipping, which is really cool, except I try to slip them and then it frustrates me. So I'm very set in my ways with an old school. I think they're fabulous. I think Creative Grids is fabulous. I think Quilters Select is fabulous. And as I tell all of my students, if you look at my coffee cup, 100 times out of 100, it will have tea in it. So it's a preference. So there's nothing wrong with the other rulers, but my preference is still the old-timey OmniGrid yellow and black rulers that I've been using for 30 years. Ooh, I found another pen that didn't make it. So this is a mustard and gray. That didn't make it in the original. I thought I didn't have them all picked up. Well, hello, Janet. It's good to see you. So as far as quilting goes, I haven't done any. Can't see. Haven't done any quilting work on the computer either because I can't see. Like this eye is a mess, and that was making this eye be a mess just for fun. Like out of sympathy, it would water with this one. So I haven't gotten much done. And I also haven't gotten much sleep because it was a long trip. And then I had to be up and out yesterday, and I had to be up and out today. So tomorrow I will be sleeping in until it's time for Tracy's YouTube video, her YouTube live video tomorrow morning at, I think we decided it was 11 o'clock. Janet, you like the rulers that are whole inch. Does that 1/2 inch throw you? Like how many times have I miscut fabric because I'm reading it from the 1/2 inch side because I flip it upside down? I'm just not smart enough to do it. I think you're plenty smart to do it, but I'm not plenty smart enough to do it. So I don't really have that much to show you quilting wise because I have been with 3 elderly relatives and driving and being unwell. But I do have to show you that I put out a video last week. There we go. So this is how I machine quilted the Village Quilt Sew Along on my home sewing machine. And I made the quilt with Tracy with her sew along that she is going to be working on again tomorrow morning at So Supportive on YouTube live. So I'll be there watching along. And I'm so glad it's YouTube that I can comment with you because I don't have to get up and do my hair. I may be there in my pajamas at 11 o'clock because I need a sleep in day. But I finished my quilt and I'm so excited with how it turned out. But I have a whole long video there. And I think it says like 1.3 thousand. Having trouble reading the fine print, but it says a lot of people have watched it. So yay. I hope it's been helpful. I had a lot of fun quilting it. And how do I stop sharing? Stop. There we go. So, oh, you said it's at 11 tomorrow morning, Eastern time, Eastern Daylight Time. That's what I kind of remembered. Tracy, I'm sorry, Janet, thank you. Facebook is sometimes stupid. So this is on Facebook and on YouTube because you just can't trust. You just can't trust people. Sadly, I don't own the Facebook and they don't have to do what I say. Hey, Donald, it's good to see you. I'm happy that you're here. This is, like I said, it's a really low key because when I'm done here, no kidding, I'm going to go take a nap because I'm just having that sort of a day. I was at my sister's house for 12 days while she was out of town. And it was May and I didn't bring any of the right clothes because it was cold and I was wearing all of my clothes and sweatshirt jackets. And I came home and still had to turn on my furnace and sweatshirt jackets and wear all the clothes. I need a warmer day, but it's nice. It's cool today. It's rainy today. And today is a day for a nap. And when I can see again, I'll get some more sewing done. I'm very fortunate that that I wear glasses and not contact lenses because I couldn't wear contact lenses with the eye problem, but still can't see. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to see. Oops. Shannon, you loved the video. It got your brain working to try that pattern. I'm so glad. I have done quilts that have been on magazine covers and been in shows and have done all these really cool things and been really hard, special, fancy schmancy quilts. But I wanted to show you how I do a quilt that I'm going to use and how I'm going to do a quilt. Like, how did I choose how wide apart to make my waves? I used the markings on the quilt. I used the seam lines of the quilt to make that decision. And I added more stitching because I like to add more stitching, but you don't have to. So hopefully it gave you some permission to take things the easy way. And I make decisions based not always on exactly what I want, but on what works with the quilt and makes it easier. I want quilting to be fun. We got a little hand high. If you weren't working, you'd be taking a nap too. Yeah, I haven't really slept. So I had a long drive on Monday, out all day yesterday. I was up early I had meetings this morning and stuff. So yeah, and I can't see to do anything. So I might as well just take a nap. But last night I did do some cooking and today I'll do some more cooking because I'm packing up more meals to take back to the family when I go back in a month. We're just in a series of elder care. We're in a season of elder care at our house with my husband's two parents and my mom. So last night I made a huge pot of beef tips. And I think they got done around 11 o'clock at night. They're in the freezer right now. I have to take them out and vacuum seal them they're in the little super cube things. And I got to vacuum seal them. And my husband was in the kitchen and I was like, oh, I want to go to bed, but they could simmer a little longer. Why don't you eat one? Eat one of those, eat one of the beef tips and tell me if it's tender, because that's all I'm looking for. And the look on his face was hilarious. I was sitting right here. He was over at my stove, which is right there. And he put one in, he went, oh. So apparently nailed it. And this was from Apartment Therapy, I think is where I got the recipe. So if you Google Apartment Therapy beef tips, but I have a feeling, I haven't taken it to any of the relatives yet. But my husband was disappointed watching me pack these up to go to the parents. So I have a feeling I'm going to be making 6 to 10 pounds of these a month. They were just that delicious. And today's cooking job is to make beef stew. But I was so excited. I really think this is going to be the bomb for them to have some delicious beef tips that are super easy. And all they have to do is either pull out a side dish I've made or serve it along with a side. So the beef tips are all done and ready to go. Shannon, you tend to overthink. Oh, me too. Me too. But fortunately, I have tons of experience with quilting, and I can talk you out of overthinking to let you know when it's not necessary. And by the way, making that quilting the village quilt, I started by marking the whole thing, and I was quilting pumpkin seeds all over it. And it was a lot of work, and it wasn't doing the quilt any favors. And it took me about 6 hours to pick all of the stitching out because I'd done several rows of pumpkin seeds in there. And it didn't do the quilt any favors, didn't do me any favors. And it was worth the effort and the skin I spent picking out all of the stitches, because once I re-quilted it, I was like, this is the way it should be. This was right. I would love, and maybe I'll baste up a quilt because I think I can see well enough to baste a quilt, but I can't see well enough to quilt a quilt, thread a needle, things like that. Just random eye infection. Woohoo. I found another comment I didn't show. Tracy, you don't blame me, wear pajamas. It's a pajama friendly live. So yes, tomorrow at 11 o'clock, look for Tracy Mooney, or So Supportive on YouTube, and go to her Village Quilt Along. I have finished my quilt, but hopefully I'll be up to sewing. Hopefully I'll be able to see by tomorrow with another 24 hours of antibiotics and steroids in my eye. But I will be there in my pajamas and a big messy bun, because I don't feel like doing my hair. I need a day where I don't have to get up and do anything. And that'll be tomorrow. Let's see, a couple other things to tell you. I started reading The Other Bennett Sister, which is what I'm listening to right now. It is by Janice Hadlow. I am 10 hours into the 18-hour book, and it's delightful. It's about Mary, the very serious, non-mentioned child from Pride and Prejudice. And I have read some books that have been a takeoff, like Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. And people are like, Debbie, you'll love Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. You love Pride and Prejudice. True. You love zombies. Also true. But I don't like them together. And they're like, but you should. I'm like, but see, I like orange juice and I like peppermint, but I don't like them together. And if you've ever brushed your teeth, drank orange juice after brushing your teeth, you'll understand that's a terrible combination. So I was very pleased that this has been delightful. It is on, I think I'm on Hoopla. At my library. I think I have this downloaded, and it's been a delight to listen to. Now, of course, I'm going to have to go back and listen to Pride and Prejudice again, which is a delight. And if I didn't lose enough people by saying that I like OmniGrid over Creative Grid, let me just not say I have a favorite version of the Pride and Prejudice movie, but people have strong opinions about this, and I think I'm going to let it go and not talk about that because I'd like us to still be friends. That, I think the only thing that can divide us more than politics is which version of Pride and Prejudice, miniseries, movie, TV, whatever you like better. That is a huge dividing issue. Everyone has their favorites. But I'm just going to go read the book again. And then I think I'm going to have to subscribe to, I think it's on BritBox or Acorn or something, to watch the mini series of The Other Bennett Sister. But it's been surprisingly delightful, and very tender. And I'm already crying because of this stupid eye infection. So I'm finding it very moving that I'm like, oh, tear, just because I have a stupid eye infection. But that's my not much Facebook update for this week. There's just not that much going on. I've been with my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my mother in a car and at the doctor. That's what I've been doing. And today Let's see. So supportive. It's on BritBox. Yeah, I think I'll have to subscribe. Now, while I was at my sister's house, I asked my husband, I'm like, oh, what should I watch? And he was like, well, our Disney membership is expiring. So he's like, there's new Predator movies on there. So I watched all the Predator movies. Now, going from Pride and Prejudice to Predator, right? So the Alien versus Predator is not on Disney, which doesn't make sense because Alien is a Disney property. Anyway, Alien versus Predator isn't on Disney. It doesn't stream on Disney. I think I have to subscribe to HBO Max to get that. But I watched all the other Aliens. The Predator. I watched Predator, which was not, it was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Get to the chopper! Shoot him up from the 80s. And then maybe 10 years later, Danny Glover starred in one that was really bad, Predator 2. And then maybe another 10 years later, there was a movie called Predators, and Adrian Brody was in it. And who doesn't love him? So that was the first well done one. Then there was a movie called The Predator, which was well done. Wanted to start a superhero franchise, which didn't happen. And it was the little boy who starred in Room, the movie Room, which is a book that made me cry a lot, not just because of an eye infection. And then they had an animated tribute that was weird. I saw Predator? No. Prey. I saw Prey, which was the Predator came down to Earth in the 1700s and hit a Comanche village. So that was interesting. And it was a young Comanche girl who kicked butt, which was lovely. And then I watched, so the animated movie was Killer of Killers. And then the last one I watched was, I don't remember. There was another movie I watched that was, had Elle Fanning in it, which was hilarious. It was just hilarious that she was in it, but it was rather interesting. So if you're going to watch the Predator, all of the Predator franchise, skip the first two movies. The rest have redeeming features. The first ones really don't, from the 80s and 90s. So your guys are nuts over the Alien and Predator movies. Yeah, I'm going to have to wait till we get a deal on HBO Max so I can watch it on there. My husband said, I got the DVDs out of the library. I'm like, I'm not even sure we have a DVD player anymore, but that's on the list. And before my Disney expires, I have to watch Save Me, which is coming up. It just came on, and it was, I don't remember who's in it, but it looks fantastic, as in my kind of a movie where there's a finance bro boss guy and his assistant or someone who works in the office that he demeans a lot. Well, they're all in a plane crash, and it's her and him, and she kind of pulls the in the Tom Hanks movie, I am the captain now. She kind of pulls that on him, that she's the boss and he's got to live with it. And I just want to see her kick butt. So anyway, I have a weird taste in books and movies and things like that. But that's all I really have going on, again, because I can't see to sew. So sorry about that. And if I owe you some emails or anything, I can't really see much on the computer. I got a new shirt and I had to have my husband try to read the tag, because I'm like, I have no idea how to launder this and I can't read it. The print is like, nothing is going to help. So maybe by tomorrow I'll be able to see well enough to be active again. But I was happy to come visit with you. If life turns out well, I'll have another video, but being blind is a thing. I will not be here next week. I have plans next week, but I'll be back the week after that. So thanks for visiting with me. I hope you had a good weekend. Have a good weekend coming up. And I hope if you want a nap like me, that you're going to get a nap, because I'm headed into the sofa for a nap now. The things that we get done when we can't quilt. Who knew? So I will be back in 2 weeks. Let me look up the date on that. So today is the 13th. I will not be here on the 19th. I will be here, I think, is that the 26th? Let's see, today's the 13th. Yesterday was the 12th. So yeah, that would be the 26th. Can't see the numbers on the calendar. So I will be here on the 26th on Tuesday at 2:30 Eastern Daylight Time, which is New York time. Just Google when is 2:30 in New York. Because time zones, not a fan. I can never figure them out. Oh, thank you. I no longer have half of my face throbbing, which is nice. My cheekbone doesn't hurt anymore with the upper teeth, so it's down to just the eyeball. And the doctor yesterday was hilarious because he was like, "Wow, your eye is very inflamed. Your eye is seriously inflamed." I'm like, "Dude, I showed up here. Trust me, I know that." So again, I'm very fortunate that a couple dollars worth of antibiotics and a couple hours worth of seeking medical attention, I'll be fine in a few days. And how wonderful it is to live in a place that we can say that that's true. And the last time I really felt this was when I had E. coli, and that was back, I want to say in like 2013, I had E. coli, and I was like $15 of antibiotics, and I'll live. But I was I was donating to clean water campaigns and places just for gratitude, knowing that people die of that in other parts of the world. So this is annoying, but I'll be able to see it in a few days and life will be fine. So very grateful, very happy. And since, oh no, I can't do computer work or quilt, I'm just going to have to go take a nap now. So I'm going to see you in 2 weeks on Tuesday. What did I say? That was the 26th at 2:30 in the afternoon. Until then, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be grateful for your vision.